to this webinar. I thank you all for giving this opportunity to present this webinar. The topic would be solar EPC with a focus on BESS and student career option. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Nazeem. I am the Managing Director of Kamati Solar Private Limited. We are into renewable energy, and I have about 3 decades of experience in power electronics, telecom, and renewable energy. Presently, we are into solar EPC, and our current ongoing project is 1.5 megawatts in defense, DRDO Bangalore, and the other other project is in Hyderabad. That is also about 1.5 megawatts solar rooftop. So let us start our first slide. Basic types of solar projects. In solar technology, there are 2 basic divisions. One is thermal technology and the other one is photovoltaic technology. In thermal technology, we convert heat energy to heat energy. You must have seen a lot of solar water heaters on the rooftop of the residences, factories. So the sunlight is not converted to electricity, but the sun heat is converted to heat. The cold water gets heated up by the heat of the sunlight. In that, again, you have 2 types of solar water heaters. One is evacuated tube type collector and the other one is the flat plate collector. And another thermal technology which we are trying to avoid here is that concentrated thermal technology. That is, we'll be using huge mirrors to focus the sunlight on a centralized beam, and that centralized beam will heat up the salt in the tower, and that molten salt heats up the water to generate steam, and that steam in turn drives the turbine, and the turbine will generate electricity. So this is thermal, basically thermal. Now coming to photovoltaic, here the sunlight is converted to electricity. Am I audible? You can say yes in the chat box. You can type yes in the chat box. Thank you. So in the photovoltaic technology, which is very common and which is tried and tested globally, here basically the sunlight is converted to electricity. You must have seen a lot of calculators using the solar cells. Exactly the same technology. The sunlight is converted to electricity. Solar panel is a DC equipment. So what energy you get is a DC energy. Again, you'll be using inverters to convert the DC power to the AC power. And from there, it is boosted to the required voltage from LT to HT, like 11 kVA, 33 kVA, and 66 kVA, depending on the grid voltage. And that is boosted, and that energy is injected into the grid. It may be a state grid or it may be a national grid. So that will go to the grid for distribution of the energy. In this, there are 3 types of power plants. One is off-grid, the second one is on-grid, and the third one is hybrid. Off-grid, as the name says, it does not export any energy to the grid. It is, in simple words, it is just a home UPS connected with the solar modules. It's as simple as that. You cannot export any energy to the grid. Whatever is energy generated, you have to just save it in the batteries or consume. Now coming to the second on-grid system, here there are no batteries. Either the energy is consumed or exported back to the grid. Thereby, you need a net meter system, which is a bidirectional net meter system, energy meter. So you will get a refund in your electricity bills, whatever energy is exported. And if you have not consumed the energy, but you have exported to the grid, most of the grids, state grids or national grids, they pay you. For example, in Karnataka, you get 3 rupees 54 paisa per each energy you generate and sell to the government, the state, Karnataka state. Now, coming to the hybrid system, it is a combination of both off-grid and on-grid system. And this is a really a very good feature wherein you can either save energy, consume energy, or sell energy. So at any given point of time, you don't have wastage of energy. So this is now ongoing trend of hybrid systems. So thereby, it is a trend now to install BESS. What is BESS? BESS means battery energy storage system. It is a large battery bank which has battery management software, BMS. We call that as a BMS, battery management system. It is a complicated both hardware and software. And then you have a cooling system. Most of the times, if it is a smaller one, it's a air-cooled system. And if it is a larger one, it's a liquid-cooled system. Because one of the biggest challenge is heat management in a BESS. Because lithium battery bank is susceptible to explode if the heat is not managed. Thereby, it is very hazardous and it is very dangerous. So you need to have a proper cooling system in the BESS. So can I proceed? You can reply your message in the chat box. Okay, thank you. So now coming to the EPC design, EPC phases, there are 3 phases. The first one is engineering design, and the second one is the procurement, and the third one is construction. There is a saying that whatever savings you have to do in the project, that has to be in the first step of designing. If your design is poor, then you will end up spending more. If your design is poor, your yield will be very less, very poor. And if your design is poor, then the construction also will be very poor. So engineering design is a knowledge-based activity where you should have thorough knowledge about the fundamentals and the concepts of the electrical engineering. Now, there are so many software tools which have come up in the industry, which will definitely help the engineering design team to come out with a precise and optimum design result. So once the design is ready, you have lot of drawings generated. It can be mechanical, it can be civil, it can be electrical, and it can be related to computers also. Because solar energy has all the 5 departments: civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, and computers. You might be wondering why computers is involved in this. Yes, because RMS, remote monitoring system, is advanced computerized system wherein you monitor the plant using the advanced computer technologies. To monitor and to run the plant, you need this computer-based systems. So the second part is procurement. Here, you need to plan your purchases because there are some equipments they need 4 to 6 months of delivery lead time. So you need to plan your budget. You need to plan your delivery schedules so that the labor is not lost. So everything should be in a synchronized phase. So unless the material is at site, then the laborers cannot start the erections, cannot start the construction. So the procurement has to be synchronized with the project plan. Now coming to the construction, here once you take all the approvals, either from the site or the stakeholders, and once all the approvals are ready, the drawing is ready, the material is ready, you start the construction activity. And predominantly, we start with the civil activity, which is the first and foremost step. This may be related to ground leveling and piling, drilling, and erection of the foundations using various technologies. Once the MMS is installed, MMS stands for module mounting structure. This is a mechanical structure. Now the mechanical engineering comes into action. So there the lot of fitting work is involved. So once the MMS is installed, then you have to mount the solar modules onto the structure. There again, you need to properly calculate what would be the wind speed. You must have seen a lot of videos, viral videos, that the solar plant is blown away due to the cyclonic winds. So all this criteria has to be considered in the design phase itself. Any questions? Any questions? Can I proceed? You can reply your, you can in the chat box. Okay. So now coming to the life cycle of the solar plant.
Good morning, sir.
Can you please mute? Okay, thank you. Thank you. So now the life cycle also already I have mentioned here, the planning, then the execution. Then after the plant is ready, it starts generating energy. Then comes the operation and maintenance, which is very, very important. Now, this starting an EPC company, this slide I will skip now because our focus is on the student and BESS. So now let me go to the career options. Career options is the last but one slide. See, the first option is now let me take you through quickly on the statistics. In India, there are about 15 lakh engineers graduating every year. And out of 15 lakh engineers, only 2 lakh engineers are getting employed and 13 lakh engineers are unemployed. Now you can imagine the trauma, the panic, and the depression the students are undergoing. So it is a national problem and it's a mass problem. So we need to address this problem very, very seriously. Otherwise, we would be losing our students. They will become unemployed, and there are chances that they commit suicide, they become antisocial elements, and anything can happen. So if the future of these students is uncertain, then the future of the country is uncertain. So that is the reason why Kamati Solar Private Limited has a separate division, a student division, which will try to address these problems of the students in whatever possible manner. Now, there are about 367 million youth, out of which 45% are unemployed. And if you go to state-wise, you have more than 50 lakh youth, unemployed youth in UP alone. If you go to West Bengal, there are about 40 lakhs. If you go to Assam, there is another 40 lakhs. So like that, millions and millions of youth are unemployed in India. So the good news is that the solar domain gives an opportunity for these unemployed youth to start their career. Though the EPC, only 5% of the jobs are white collar jobs, and almost 80 to 90% of the jobs available in the solar domain can be considered as blue collar jobs. So now the dilemma is that engineering students don't prefer to work in the EPC because the salaries are not very attractive, and the career growth is very slow. And there is a reason for this. It is the reason is acceptable. But what I personally suggest is that rather than wasting your time hunting and searching for jobs, if you feel that you need to kickstart your career in solar domain, you start with a low profile job and switch on to high profile job gradually after 1 year or 2 years. How to do that? Yes, it's very simple. So in career options for R&D, it's a knowledge-based option. So this is not recommended for ITA or diploma, but rather for engineering graduates or MTech graduates. And this R&D is the number of openings would be very, very limited. So if you are really a brilliant candidate, if you have done your engineering or masters from IITs or NIITs or a reputed institute, you can definitely pursue your career in the field of research and development. You can try to visit European universities or American universities and pursue the research career. There are wonderful options in very challenging options in research and development. For a design engineer, yes, you have a lot of jobs in India as well. You need to master some softwares, some design softwares, AutoCAD, and other related softwares. And you can start your career in some small companies, though the salary packages, CTC might be very small, but you can get the first-hand experience on the live projects. Then project engineer is again another option. Sometimes you don't get a project engineer directly. Maybe you can start as a solar technician and then you can scale up your career to the project engineer. And project engineer are very well paid because it is a very, very tough job to manage the project at site. You need to meet the deadlines, you need to manage the labor teams, you need to manage the deliverables, you need to manage the machines, all these things. So it's a very challenging job, but highly paid job. Solar technician is the simplest entry level job. Even if you're unskilled, you can make an entry into this domain as a technician because this needs a very minimal level of skill set. So once you qualify yourself as a technician, then slowly you can upgrade yourself with DC cabling, AC cabling, termination, and all these things. Then over a period of 2 years, I'm sure that you will be qualified and eligible and employable as a project engineer, provided you have a qualification of at least ITA diploma or engineering graduation. Now, consultants is not for the students, it is only for the senior professionals. Once they retire from their active jobs, they can opt, they can choose to be consultants because the consultants will give a total turnkey solution to the owner of the project. So he'll be having the knowledge of all the domains, including mechanical, civil, electrical, electronics, everything. So he can play a role of the consultants. So again, coming back to the students chapter, if there are any students in the audience now, I wish to know if they have any questions now. You can type your questions in the chat box or you can unmute and ask questions.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sir, actually, few of us, because of loss of connectivity, are not able to join early because we tried to join before 2 as well, so that there won't be any loss of connectivity. But as due to some loss of connectivity, internet issue, we missed. So, is there any other is the recording available so that we can listen to it? Or if in short, if you can explain within just few minutes also, it is going to be very helpful for us, or otherwise sharing the PDF as well.
Yeah, you will be getting audio recordings as well as the PPTs. I'll request Saif Bhai to make it available for you, inshallah.
Thank you so much, sir. Just that
yeah,
will help.
yeah. Any other questions? Any other students in the audience?
You can share your contact information so that anyone who wants to ask anything or get your PPT, they can contact you directly. Because I don't have contact of anyone.
Sure. I'll type my mobile number and I request all the audience. It's better to send a WhatsApp message rather than calling me directly because I'm afraid I would be busy and not able to attend all the calls. So if there is a WhatsApp message, maybe I'll reply at the earliest convenience. Yeah, done. Any other questions? There is one question from Mr. Arif Bhai from Gokak. Are you from Gokak, Arif Bhai? Am I audible?
यार सही है लेके चलना पड़ेगा भोपाल तो यहाँ समझ में नहीं है
From which place are you, Arif Bhai?
कहने लगा पानी गया होगा मैं बोला हो ही नहीं सकता
I'm
Okay,
from
are you from Pune? You are from Pune. Okay, okay. Yeah, you can choose any 3 brands for dealership. If you are going for a DCR, then be careful that the brand, whatever you are choosing, should have a DCR certificate. Now, what is DCR? What is non-DCR? DCR stands for Domestic Component Requirement, which is a mandate from the government. Suppose if the customer is opting for a subsidy, government subsidy, so then the module should be DCR. So now most of the manufacturers, they have already obtained DCR certificates, so it is not a problem. So you can choose any 3 brands and start selling. And we are also channel partners from for a few brands like Axitec, which is a German brand. If you need any assistance in procurement of the modules, inverters, and the BOS, we can give you at a wholesale price. You can contact me later. There is one more, Mr. Muiz Khan from UP, and he says the same problem as Arif Bhai. Yes, Muiz Khan, yeah, we would be glad to assist you and support you. And I'll give you one more important and very good news for all the prospective dealers pan India. See, for example, now I have an order in hand in for a project which is worth 20 lakh rupees, which is in West Bengal. I don't have a branch office in West Bengal. Now I am looking for a dealer who can execute this project in West Bengal. And I will assist you in total turnkey execution of the project, designing, procurement, and everything. Only the thing is you have to assist in the erection and commissioning of the plant. So if you have any such ideas or win-win collaboration ideas, you can get in touch with us. We can sign a channel partnership agreement and we can share some projects for you.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can you hear me, sir? This is Irshad from Bijapur.
Walaikum salam. Yes, brother.
Yeah, I am residing in Bijapur, Karnataka. So actually, I was interested in this wind turbine models. Are you making it, sir? Actually, I was not able to attend the meeting because due to some disturbances from past. So I have joined just now at 10 minutes before. So do you have any links or you are going for wind turbines, sir?
Yes, we supply wind turbines also. For your kind
Okay.
information, in wind turbines, there are 2 technologies. One is horizontal axis, the other one is vertical axis.
Yeah. Yes.
The horizontal axis is very, very successful, and they are successful in the large capacities like 500 kilowatts, 1 megawatt, up to 5 megawatts, which you will see in the large wind farms. And for the smaller ones, it is not a very good proposal to go with a horizontal axis, but you can try vertical axis also.
Okay.
But we have done many projects. Unfortunately, they are not successful. For example, I joined a project with NAL to do an experiment on few colleges, a small 500 watts to 1 kilowatt wind turbine.
Okay.
So it was not a techno-commercial success. So the NL dropped that project altogether and they stopped doing R&D on that. So be careful. Wind turbines don't work everywhere.
Okay.
But solar, yes, they can work everywhere in India.
Okay. So, sir, what is the problem they are not working in India? This one actually, there's a lack of wind or something else.
Yeah. See, wind consistent, continuous wind flow is required for the wind turbine.
Yeah. Okay.
So if that wind flow is not there, then it will stop functioning.
Okay. So hybrid will be okay, no, sir?
Yeah, hybrid is a better choice.
So actually, I am in solar for past 1 year, sir. I was actually I'm interested in having some dealerships with you, contacts with you. So I will contact you later, sir. Whenever I will send you a message, and you can guide me.
Sure, inshallah.
Okay.
We are looking
Thank
for
you.
some execution partners also for Bijapur, North
Okay.
Karnataka, because
Okay.
we don't want to expand ourselves horizontally in all the places. It is not
Okay.
a good commercial proposal to open branches everywhere because it will become a liability.
Correct, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. I am eagerly waiting. I will call you later, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So shall we conclude? I think I have done a brief presentation. Actually, this is a repeat presentation. Last time also the same subject we had done. But this time my focus was on students program and the BESS. Let me add something more on the BESS. BESS is definitely going to boom in Indian market because so many years, say more than 100 years, the battery storage was predominantly on a lead acid battery, which had so many disadvantages like heavy weight and very poor life cycle and very poor deep discharge, all these things, bulky and other things. And also charging and discharging, it will take a lot of time. So all these are overcome using lithium batteries, lithium technologies. So what we do here in BESS is that we provide megawatt level of storages in a containers like 20 feet container, 40 feet container, which are designed with battery management systems, with liquid cooling systems. So what happens, you can generate energy in the daytime using solar or wind and save the energy in the BESS, and in the night time you can discharge. So it is like a microgrid system. You need not depend on the national grid at all. So this in the next decade, it is going to boom. So we are also launching our BESS products very soon, inshallah. Any questions?
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Walaikum assalam.
Is it possible to get the recording of this webinar?
Yes, very much.
I have shared my number as well as email address in the chat. If you could please.
Yeah. I'll
Jazakallah
request our team to do the needful for you.
Jazakallah khair, Sheikh.
There is a message from Abdur Rahman from Patna. Hello, sir. I'm from Patna, currently working in LNT Mindtree, Bangalore, and we have started solar panel production company in Patna. As of now, we are in small panel production. I need your support help and want to meet you in Bangalore.
No.
If you give me some time, it would be very beneficial. Jazakallah. You are most welcome, sir. You can meet me with prior appointment. Inshallah, I'll try to help you as much as possible.
Thank you, sir. I have noted your number. I'll be in Bangalore on 7th of July. I'll contact you, sir.
Sure.
Thank you,
Inshallah.
sir.
So, Saif bhai, can we conclude?
If there are no further questions, any last question from the audience before we close?
No questions means they have understood everything or they have not understood anything.
No, there are a few questions, so everyone is understanding. Inshallah. Inshallah, it will be beneficial for all the queries that we have, as well as for the students also.
Thank you, Saif bhai, for organizing this wonderful event.
Jazakumullah khair, Azam bhai.
Thank you all.
Thanks
all the
everyone for
audience.
joining.
Thanks for providing your precious time. Let us help ourselves